Hi everyone. Sorry, welcome to our latest video review. This is on the Sailor Moon first three books of manga. I actually got the first book during the weekend. I believe, yeah, sorry, Vance, Friday. Yeah, Friday I got them. The second and third books, I got them yesterday. I have to say, I'm very, very happy that I got this because it explains the story a lot more and in depth. And before I go on, I just want to give out a spoiler warning for whoever's watching, just because I am actually gonna go through the story and my thoughts of it, and I myself hate spoilers, so that's why I'm putting it out there. So if you guys haven't read these books and have intentions of reading them, then please do not continue watching. However, if you have no intention of reading the manga, then by all means, it's your choice to keep watching. So just putting it out there, and if of course if you read the books, then of course you can keep watching. So the first book depicts Sailor Moon. It shows her in her original form, and it has on the background it's depicted in a light pink color, the standard color that's usually given to Sailor Moon. And inside, this is what it looks like. We have like a couple of pages with that are the illustrations are colored. Then we have one special page that starts off the manga in that special paper. I like to call them the yearbook paper. So we have the contents, and then when we go right to the back, we have translation notes. Basically, what it is during the manga, if there's any like terms or any scene that may have confused an English reader who's actually new to manga, it kind of like covers it throughout these notes. And then further to the back, they have like more extra pages. I guess these are like the original pages that they're just showing. And then we have a little warning thing here. It's like it's basically telling the reader who's new to manga how manga is supposed to be read. Then on the back we have a chibi form of Sailor Moon. And then the next book has Sailor Mercury on it. She's portrayed in more of a blue background. This is what she looks like here. And the inside looks the exact same. All the manga books follow the same kind of like depiction that I showed you in the first book. And then the third book has Sailor Mars in it. And then here we have a chibi version of Sailor Mars. So there we go. So the manga, where do I even begin? I would I would highly recommend for any Sailor Moon fan that's out there to totally check this out, because a lot of the stuff in the anime where I went, whoa, what the hell? Like a lot of the random stuff is easily explained here. One thing I never liked was the whole Sailor Moon has lost the Crescent Moon wand. It's like, okay, something as important as that, I doubt a superhero like would actually lose, and I just find it hard how it just vanishes out of thin air. It's like stuff like that. I loved how it was explained in the manga. So one of my biggest that gripes in the anime that was actually in the manga, which I was so pleased to see, was the Sailor V deal. What I mean by that is the Sailor Moon and I think her friends played the game too. They play the game, and not once in the anime do they ever question if Sailor V could be another Sailor soldier out there that's to be found and join them. They just blindly play the game. But I like how in the anime, like I believe when it was after Sailor Jupiter joined, it was either Makoto or Amy makes actually says something to the point of maybe what if Sailor V is real, and what if she's supposed to be the other Sailor soldier that's supposed to join them. And I like that because it seems a lot more real. Because logically, if you think about it, if you were a superhero and there was a game that was made there was a game that was made of a superhero that had the same features as you, and their outfit looked like they could easily like be a superhero that's part of your team or so, I would think that I would kind of question if that's just a game or if that superhero really exists out there. And it's one thing I really loved about the manga, how they explained all these little things because it made a world of difference. And another thing that I actually loved was the whole tuxedo mask deal. He would appear and help the Silver Soldiers, and they were so quick to trust him. However, in the manga, Luna was actually suspicious of him at some point and didn't know if he was a ally or a foe. And I think that's quite realistic because sure, a person comes and helps you out, and especially knowing the threats that are going on, I would think that you would kind of be wary if they're actually your ally or if they're working as a spy from the Dark Kingdom. So I liked how they covered that bit. And then we have Sailor V. I like how when she shows up as Sailor V. There's no mention of Sailor Venus. She comes as Sailor V, and it is shown that she does hold some type of importance. And unlike the anime, who just threw Sailor Venus at us, she actually explains her backstory as who she is and why she's known as Sailor Venus. And they cover all of that, and I was really pleased that they did that. And Venus is known as the leader of the four inner senshi. So I also liked how that was stressed upon that she did take the leader role and did a lot of leader-ish type things, and that with Sailor Moon becoming the Moon Princess, yes, the animated cover, it was their sworn duty as the foreigner senshi to protect the princess. However, it wasn't really stressed upon that much how important it was. However, with the manga, the foreigner senshi, especially Venus, really showed their role with their actions, how persistent they were with being worried with what Sailor Moon would do, and so forth. And also, another like thing that I loved about the manga was the quality of the inner senshi. They weren't just seen as disposable soldiers who were lower to Sailor Moon. They were shown that yes, they are important in the TV in the actual manga where they would take a stand. One thing that even though as fantastic as it was, one thing that bothered me about the Sailor Moon finale was how the Sailor soldiers were just quickly just killed off so easily. However, in the manga, I liked how the Sailor soldiers really pushed themselves and tried to fight Metalia the best way they could, and in the process, how they sacrificed their powers trying to save her. It really made the Sailor's inner soldiers really look like soldiers. That yes, they are here to protect Sailor Moon, and doing so, they're really using their strength and powers towards this Queen Metalia. And at the same point, we have the silver crystal. In the anime, they do stress the silver crystal is important, but it really doesn't show us the silver crystal and what its full potential is. However, in the manga, we have Sailor Moon that uses the silver crystal. It's not only to heal people and not only to kill the evil forces, but also like how it has such a powerful effect on people as far as healing them. And I liked how she used the silver crystal to heal all the people that were affected by Metalia, and that's how her friends were brought back to life. Yes, I know the anime showed that with the big light coming and all the Silver soldiers being sucked by the light. But I like the anime feel better, where Sailor Moon knows the silver crystal is very strong, so she wants to try and use that and save her friends. That was actually very a lot more realistic, and how her brooch is kind of shattered, and then she it isn't just explained. Oh, Sailor Moon lost the silver crystal, or the Moon Crescent wand. Now what? But it's actually shown that the silver crystal, as long as she believes, she can be Sailor Moon again, and that's how she gets her second transformation. It makes her seem as a very responsible person who now can use the silver crystal to its full potential. Um, so that's one of the things that I loved, how it really made Sailor Moon shine as a very responsible superhero, and not this person who is so ditzy, even though they're told that their silver crystal is so powerful that they end up losing the Moon Crescent wand. We're actually going tight into time because I don't like to go over 10 minutes. And also, just one last detail I want to mention is that I love how the Solar Soldiers have a dramatically different outfit. Like the first trans when they do their first transformations, you can see notable differences in them as opposed to the star transformations. That's one thing I never liked about the anime, was how they always stuck to the same outfit with maybe a very slight alteration. So this is the manga here, and I highly recommend you guys check the manga out. You guys will not be sorry. It's a lot better than the anime. So that's my review there, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and have yourselves a great day. Any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to ask.